After the way AZ Fudd was a stud, it made Final Four in the national championship a year ago. And the way she was playing early on this season, I have felt all along that AZ Fudd is the right fit for Dallas.
Well, we are going right now. Let's send things back to the podium to get the first pick of the draft. Here is Commissioner Kathy Engelberg.
With the first pick in the 2026 WNBA draft, the Dallas Wings select AZ Fudd, University of Connecticut.
AZ celebrating with her mom or dad or Coach Morgan Valley here representing UConn, while Gino Auriemma is at a celebration of life for a member of the UConn family tonight. And you hear the reaction from the crowd, including her teammate once again, Paige Beckers, who you just saw celebrating, as AZ Fudd is officially the #1 pick of the 2026 WNBA draft. So the first team All-American headed to Dallas.
AZ Fudd is an elite shooter who could be an all-star as a rookie. Efficiency was the name of her game, in particular from the three-point line, where she shot 45% this season, can get to her mid-range, playmaking, and also was an elite defender on the perimeter this year.
Yeah, 45%. That was a career high for AZ Fudd. She also averaged a career high 17 points per game, made 117 threes on the season. She's a sharpshooter with a high IQ, but she's also a great cutter. Excellent footwork, quick release. There are so many things that AZ can bring to an offense immediately with the space that will be on the floor for Dallas because of her presence.
She also becomes the 7th member of the UConn Huskies to be selected #1 overall. Let's send things over to Holly Rowe, who is with AZ Fudd.
Well, AZ, this moment seems destined from birth. You're named after a famous basketball player, Jennifer AZ. How did your family imagine this moment for you and help you put on the hard work in to get here?
I mean, my family means everything.
Yeah, we can't watch it because
so
copyright our ass.
Coaches, my brothers being my
so y'all can't see it because the screen blacked out. So I got the board up and we gonna listen together. I can watch it. Y'all bitches can't watch it. You better go pay for that pass.
One of my favorite pictures we ever saw.
Well, you guys.
Your arms saran wrapped around you. They've had a vision for how to make you better as a basketball player. How have they made you better as a person?
Just watching.
I mean, like I've said, they were my coaches on and off the court, but they just showed me what it means to be a great player, a great teammate, and a great person. Every single day it was just the standard that it was like to be a great person, the excellence. I mean, I don't know, everything oh my gosh, I don't like hearing myself.
All the boxes are checked. Thank you, Mom, Katie, and Tim. You did a great job. All those boxes are checked for this young woman. Your whole UConn team here in the front row yelling cheering for you and screaming your name. How important is it for you that you have built this chemistry, not only with your teammates from UConn, but moving forward for the Dallas Wings?
I mean, the fact that every single one of them is here shows you just the chemistry and what they mean to me.
AZ Fudd went #1.
And I plan on bringing that, being a great teammee, doing everything I can.
See that.
Yeah.
Okay, comfort level, because you've been in the backcourt before with Paige, right? There's a comfort level of who you're, stepping onto the court with next round.
Oh, for sure. I'm excited to play again with Paige. I mean, she's an incredible person, incredible player, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
Okay, you, Paige, Enrique, buckle up. Let's go, Dallas. This is so fun. Thank you.
Thank you.
By the way, I agree with AZ. It can be a little disorienting hearing yourself reverberate.
Some time to get
It does. It takes a moment. But really excited to see AZ in Dallas.
Yeah, certainly. I think she absolutely fits beautifully what they want to do, the kind of offense Coach Jose Fernandez wants to run. Remember, Dallas, one playoff series win since 2010. I would be surprised if this Dallas team is not certainly contending for a playoff position this year.
All right, Minnesota is on the clock right now with the #2 overall pick after they had the best best record in the WNBA regular season last year. They also, thanks to the shrewd moves of their front office, have the number 2 overall pick this year. They will be without one key piece until midway through the year, Nafisa Collier, Treya.
Yeah, I mean, and Nafisa Collier, obviously, so much versatility, an MVP candidate. She does so many things for this Minnesota Lynx team because she will be back, because she is on the team. There are 2 areas where I think this pick could go, and that's the point guard position or the center position. We talked earlier about Atlanta Smith now being in Dallas. That's a hole to fill. I know they have Natasha Howard, and they added her this season, but to me, 2 ways that Minnesota could go with this pick.
And it's not only Nafisa Collier being out for a while. This is a bit of a revamped roster. No Atlanta Smith, no Jess Shepard, no Bridget Carlton, no Dejanay Carrington. Those were all important pieces for this Minnesota team a year ago. Number 2 pick when you've had such a great record the year before. You're building for the future. I don't even think you're considering need. Is it Fam or is it Olivia Miles that you feel like is going to be the one who can really help you long term?
Well, we're going to have that answer in just a moment because the pick is in. Let's go back to the podium right now to Kathy Engelbert to find out who the Minnesota Lynx will be selecting number 2 overall.
With the second pick in the 2026 WNBA draft, the Minnesota Lynx select Olivia Miles, Texas Christian University.
Olivia Miles, the dazzling point guard, the number 2 overall pick after all her success at Notre Dame, headed over to TCU. You see the hug for head coach Mark Campbell and the Big 12 Player of the Year there, a 3-time All-American. And Minnesota has been able to have the success they have the last couple of years.
You're picking your pro. Get up there, man.
They certainly
I
have.
forget y'all can't see what I see. Fix me your pro, girl. Get up them steps.
Second to the Lynx.
This draft is
Olivia Miles is an elite and creative playmaker and the
very interesting. I just want to see what the people that I know and I've
senior year
like. I want to see what the Flagees and
over 6.5 assists and Ryan, yes, dazzling with her
she did it.
passes,
The point guard
that she uses to deliver them with both hands. Just an elite point guard.
She has such excellent vision, the ability to know where her teammates are, where they need the ball to be
She
able
probably
to
be better playing overseas anyways.
Excellent in the pick and roll game. You mentioned Chelsea Gray. She told us that is her favorite.
My phone
player.
about to die.
She's also grown in her ability to knock down threes. 79% of her jumpers are off the dribble, so she can create her own shot as well as her teammates. 6 triple doubles this season, 12 in her career.
And Olivia Miles, who's with Holly Rowe.
Hearing your name at number 2, what went through your mind as soon as they called out that pick?
I mean, it's an incredible feeling. So much anticipation. Oh, whoa.
It is weird. Okay, let's just get used to it. It's loud in here. This is us talking.
But yeah, the anticipation is unlike anything I've ever felt before. And then to actually hear it and to have your dreams come true, it's amazing.
We talked earlier, and I said, what do you want to bring up in this interview? And you talked about the adversity that you hit in your career. The ACL, you had to sit out for a long time. This year, you rediscovered something special about yourself. What was it?
Betting on myself. At the end of the day, you and your family are the only ones that need to have your back. And I trusted in myself and knew that this decision was right for me. And I think it played out pretty well.
You're talking about going from Notre Dame to TCU, where you had an
y'all can't see
incredible
nothing. I
year
feel like
this
I'm
season.
entertaining y'all.
I know that your family has been crucial in your journey. Tell me, you've got a little special shout out to them, don't you?
I had my parents' names and my brother's name stitched into my suit top, if you will, and the date, of course, just to pay homage to people who have been in my life and my career and supported me through so many ups and downs and the adversity that we were just talking about. So I love them very much. They're sitting right there.
Close to your heart, what a perfect place. Last question. The Minnesota Lynx, they have championship DNA. This is one of the best franchises in all of sports. How can you add immediately when you step on that court?
Yeah, I think I have the highest IQ as a guard, and my feel for the game is unmatched. I'm just sorry, I didn't mean that. I did not mean that in a harmful way, but just the way that I play and the way that I flow with the game, I feel like I can add to the team really well.
Okay, Lindsay Whalen's going to be your coach. She'll decide if you have that flair, but I can't wait for you to learn from her. She's one of the best ever. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Love that instant confidence there, Olivia Miles. She goes 2. After AZ Fudd goes 1. Who will go 3 to Seattle? That's next from NYC.
How did I get here? I prepared for every game and for the years after.
Okay, I don't
Because
know.
games end, but life keeps going.
Invest in your future with SPY, the original S&P 500 ETF from State Street.
Lesson number 3. They won't feel your fit out there until you feel it in here. It ain't on you, baby.
Looking like a snack.
What? Need it cheap. Kellogg's cereal. Grain, sugar, salt, malt. That's it. Plus vitamins and minerals. Oh, and ice cold milk.
Introducing Gatorade Lower Sugar. No artificial colors, no artificial flavors, no artificial sweeteners, and 75% less sugar. Gatorade Lower Sugar. Hydrates better than water.
Don't just like somebody on the app. Like them in real life. She likes you. Say hello.
Hello. Legendary moment. Start with a light. It's Miller time.
Can you share the photo?
Oh, okay.
Oh, it turned out great, man.
Yeah, AT&T gave me the new Samsung Galaxy S26 Ultra on them. No expensive plan, no annoying boyfriend either. Gone. Bye.
Bye, Carl.
Thanks.
Share it. There you go. You should give him a chance.
I should have given boarding school a chance.
Get the new Samsung Galaxy S26 Ultra on us with eligible trade-in. Any condition. Most expensive plan not required.
The WNBA Draft 2026 is presented by State Street Investment Management, SPY, official ETF partner of the WNBA.
Lazy Fun, Olivia Miles, you see them as young girls, the first and second pick of this year's draft. Now Seattle on the clock at 3. Andrea, I know just off our open of the broadcast, something stood out to you when we talk about the revamped Seattle roster.
Yeah, we started this show and it was like WNBA headlines and showed multiple departures of superstar players, and back-to-back-to-back players were from Seattle. Gabby Williams, Neko Gumake, and Skylar Diggins. When you talk about the departures, Brittany Sykes, another one as well. They have lost big pieces from the previous season. It's interesting what they do from here.
I mean, no harm when I say this in terms of Seattle, but this is a team that is now shifting their focus to build young talent. It's okay to be in rebuild mode after you lost the veterans that they lost a year ago, and certainly not only with the number 3 pick in this draft, but in the drafts that we have coming in the next couple of years. It is a good time for a team to commit to a rebuild.
And we know trying to build with Dominique Malonga, very talented young player, was a rookie last year. Who will join her in Seattle. Back to the podium to Commissioner Kathy Engelberg.
With the 3rd pick in the 2026 WNBA Draft, the Seattle Storm select Awa Fam Tiam from Spain.
I just don't know what's going on.
So Awa Fam Tiam, who there was plenty of buzz about potentially going first in this year's draft with her talent and upside. The Spanish center goes 3rd to Seattle, and now we get to see the incredible intrigue of Dominique Malonga, Awa Fam Tiam, how they fit together on the floor as Seattle shifts fully into
At this
this
point,
rebuild
ain't none of the point guards
going to
from
be
this
so
season gonna make it into the
interesting to
NBA.
watch. And one thing we heard
I mean,
from so many of the Team
WNBA.
USA players who went up against Spain
To the
in
NBA.
Puerto
To
Rico
the WNBA.
just a month ago, they were all so impressed being on the floor with Awa Fam Tiam, getting to see her up close. Now we all will in the W soon enough.
Awa Fatiam.
Striding past them with her long strides as she glides to the rim. She's 6'4", but she's long, athletic, agile. She's so quick with her spin moves, the ability to pick and roll and create opportunities to score. She can put the ball on the floor. She can knock down jump shots. Again, at 6'4", already with guard skills and post skills. She has such a high ceiling.
We should get priority, but that ain't how it works. I didn't even know that they can do that.
6'4", 6'4", and 6'6".
So anybody could declare for the draft?
Let's stick with the numbers. Not only 6'4" in height, 6'8" wingspan, 19 years old. She and Malonga
So I'll
can
get
hang
my
out
life
at the
together. I
underage
wanted to
clubs out in
declare for the
Seattle
draft.
because both of them so young and a great future for the Seattle Storm team to build on.
You see the reaction at
Never
Seattle
mind.
Storm draft headquarters, and Holly is with Awa Fam
Just forget
Tiam.
it. Awa
This is such a
Fatiam.
special moment for you. Spain in the
She's
WNBA
tall as
draft.
shit.
We haven't seen this
Look at
country
Holly.
all the time, and I know you're very proud of that. What pride do you feel right now?
Well, I'm super excited. I'm a little bit nervous. I'm gonna try my best. So representing Spain for me is special. You know, being always with the national team is always special. And being here in the W, it was my dream since I was only 12 years old. And being here representing Spain is like, I'm grateful.
Your brothers are here with you tonight, and I know that they are part of the reason why you got into basketball. Tell me about Kareem and Tala.
Yeah, Karim and Tala, they are two crazy people, no? They are here. Look at them, yeah, they with the cup and joy. But yeah, I started playing basketball thanks to them. They are all of me, like they are my best friends. I always like they are my best supporters, always with me. So thanks to them, really, for all my people, for all my friends, but more for my two older brothers.
You turned 20 in June. You've got so much
only
upside
20?
and potential. What is the vision
What the
you
fuck?
have for yourself
She is
in the
huge.
Well, I want to
I want to see her stand next to
keep
Lauren Betts.
continue to grow up. I know that I'm
She's
younger.
only
I'm only 19 years old. I'm gonna be in the W, being only.
She's only
20 years
20?
old.
Y'all can't see how tall this girl is, but
Responsibility.
she's
I
only
want to do my
20.
best, and after I want to learn about the best players in the W.
Welcome.
That's
Can't wait to watch you play.
crazy.
Thank you so much.
I probably wouldn't even make
All
it.
right, thank you, Holly. Thank you, Awa
I gotta be like
Fam
some
Tiam.
AI
Going
type
to
shit.
the Seattle Storm at
I ain't
number
talking
3,
artificial
and next up,
intelligence either, nigga.
Washington Mystics. They are picking 4th overall tonight. They also have 3 first-round picks tonight after they had 3 last year. They have a treasure trove of upcoming picks as well. This is a team that is really built to continue
Washington,
to build upon
who you picking?
who they selected last year.
It certainly feels like last year they had a vision of what the next few years would bring, not only in terms of their draft picks, but how quality these draft classes are. And you see the graphic right there of what they have had last year, this year, and then the upcoming years as well. And talking to their coach, Sidney Johnson, earlier this week, he said, we are ascending. We have a young, vibrant collection of talented players, and that is certainly the case.
And you think about the players that they chose in the draft last year, especially their first round picks. We were blown away with what Washington was able to do. We finished that draft thinking Washington won the draft in terms of building for the future. Sonia Citron, Kiki Iriafen, Georgia Amore, and now a multitude of picks in this draft and a ton of talent to choose from. They could go in so many different directions.
feel like the
You still
camera
have
is
Warren
blurry.
Betts on the floor. You have multiple point guards out there on the floor waiting to hear their name called. So a lot of directions for Washington to go.
All right, who will Washington
Like nobody
add
want no
to
point
their
guard,
young
bro.
core? Had 2 rookie All-Stars a season ago. First time a team did that since 1999. Back to the podium, and Kathy Engelbert.
With the 4th pick in the 2026 WNBA draft, the Washington Mystics select Lauren Betts.
Yeah, I thought she was too.
Well, a pretty great year for Lauren Betts. Just keeps getting better. You see the hugs from her family, the reaction from her national champion, winning head coach. The celebration for Lauren Betts with so many
some of them probably
here. And
some of them probably don't be thinking they do. Like I said,
NCAA tournament.
People don't be, and even if they do, shit.
Just continue to rise. Lauren Betts is headed to Washington with the 4th overall pick.
Lauren Betts is virtually unstoppable in the paint, but she's effective also as both an off-ball and on-ball screener. Shot blocker inside on the defensive end of the floor, but also showed that she can switch and handle players out on the perimeter. And yes, Ryan, a ridiculous performance from her all throughout the course
of the
NCAA tournament.
I love that you mentioned her setting ball screens and off-ball screens, because a lot of times watching UCLA play, her willingness to set a good screen.
Oh, I thought you were talking about her. I was like, she didn't go number one though. I know. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Because she dominates in the paint, but a lot of those plays started outside the paint. She showed so much more mobility this season, which will certainly
126 points in a tourney.
Program record 2 for most points in a single tournament, as Holly Rowe is with Lauren Betts.
Well, Lauren, they're just talking about how you
they probably got the same height
this season, and we can
her and that other girl.
The court,
they probably the same height. That girl's 20 years old. It's like crazy.
Made you such a great pick right now in the W.
I feel like I just play with joy. This season has been so special. I've enjoyed every second. I'm playing with my best friends, my sister. I've had the most amazing season, and I feel like you can just see all the positivity that I play with.
It really does show. It's also unique because you've got your table stood up, and I thought maybe they would block the entire room. Dad, mom, everybody's tall over there. We are so intrigued. I want to see you and Kiki Iriefin together. Like, how fun is this? You've played against her a lot, right?
Yes, that's my girl. That's my sister. And also, I don't know if you guys know, but my coach is on the team as well. So that's pretty interesting.
Right. Michaela Onwede, where are you? Onwede, Michaela. Okay, your coach at UCLA, assistant coach for a national championship team. She just signed a contract with Washington. So will you have to listen to her?
I'm still going to call her Coach Mick just to get on her nerves. Yeah.
Okay. Oh my gosh, that is so unique. Before I let you get out of here, your journey has been vast. You ended with the national championship, and now 8 days later, the number 4 pick. How would you describe this beautiful journey you've been on in life, Lauren?
It's been amazing. I've grown so much. My confidence. I feel like I've just finally owned who I am as a person, as a player, and I'm just ready to see what the future holds. I'm really excited.
Thank you. Can't wait.
All right, Holly, congratulations to Lauren. Thanks so much. Meanwhile, the Chicago Sky now on the clock with the number 5 overall pick.
I don't even know who they're going to pick. They just clean house. Yeah, they revamped every fucking thing.
Yeah, opposite of the 2 previous teams we were talking about who look like they're in rebuild mode and building through the draft. Chicago brought in a bevy of veterans and players with experience, looking like they are trying to be in win-now mode.
Yeah, it also looks like Chicago wants to play fast. Think about the players that they brought in. Rakia Jackson, Dejanay Carrington, J.C. Sheldon, Skylar Diggins. Speed on top of speed. Again, a ton of options for Chicago to go in this draft, but to me, it looks like Tyler Marsh wants to play fast.
All right, we'll figure out who the number 5.
You think they would draft Flage?
Now back to the podium to learn.
That'd be crazy.
The selection for the Chicago Sky. Here's the commissioner.
I don't know who they would pick because this guy Skyler.
With the 5th pick in the 2026 WNBA draft, the Chicago Sky select Gabriela Hawkes, UCLA.
That girl with shooting the threes. Yeah. Okay. UCLA showing out. They got back-to-back picks. Oh, hold on. Let me move the thing down.
Go this evening, and Gabriela Hawkes. There may not be a player in the draft whose stock rose more through the performance in the tournament.
Oh, you know why they did the thing in Canada only? Because Toronto is one of them places that got a team this year.
The Chicago Sky with
Toronto,
a roster
Canada
that is ready to now compete for a postseason spot.
They got a team. They wanted a new team. There's only 2 new teams. It's Toronto
and biggest stage, and now we'll get to see it in the pros.
Portland. Portland Fire and Toronto
You're
Temple.
right, Ryan. Gabrielle
But that's why
Hopkins
they
was
got like the
hustle, heart, and energy for the national championship winning UCLA Bruins. She was the ultimate glue player, and I mean that in the best way because she could hurt her opponents in so many different ways depending on what the game calls for. Knocking down spot-up shots, active on-the-ball defense, transition, getting into the paint, layups, finishes around the rim, offensive rebounding. We saw her impact the game in so many ways on their run to the title.
The thing that was so impressive to me is this young woman has a non-stop motor, not only running the floor, but in the court, attacking the glass. The efficiency with which she played, 50, 35, 85 performer. This is a young woman who is ready to contribute right away. Also fills the need at wing for Chicago.
Well, it's time for tonight's assist brought to you by State Farm. Gabriela Jaquez comes from a family of athletes. Grandfather Ezekiel played basketball at Northern Arizona. Parents, Jaime Sr. and Angela, played for Concordia University. And then 3 siblings. Jaime, younger brother Marcos, who's a defensive lineman at Ventura College. Of course, Jaime is with the Miami Heat. And now Gabriela has been drafted by the Chicago Sky, 5th overall. And she is with Holly Rowe.
Gabriella,
Holly is really short.
Highly recruited as many of the women sitting in this room, and you had to fight for everything. Now you're one of the winningest players in history at UCLA, a national champion, and now a top 10 draft pick. How have you built yourself into this type of player?
Thank you so much. I'm just so excited to be here. So exciting. I think that just having these dreams of going to UCLA and to be in the WNBA and to just achieve them, not only just myself, but with my teammates, just really means everything.
One of your coaches, your strength and conditioning coach, told us at the Final Four that you were putting out the output on your GPS of 2 players on the court. You have so much energy. Some of your stats and what you do don't always show up in the stat sheet. How will you bring that energy and enthusiasm and really game impact to Chicago?
Yeah, for me, just going into every game, doing whatever the team needs. And, you know, every game is going to be different, but if I'm working hard and putting in all the effort, I'm just happy to do that.
You know, they have lost a few players to free agency. There's playing time to be had. How are you going to earn that spot right now?
I think just going into training camp, just excited, ready to learn, being a sponge, listening to the vets and the coaches, taking their advice, and just being myself and working hard.
All right, being yourself has been pretty darn good, young lady. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well,
You go, girl.
congratulations to Gabriela Hopkins. And yeah, brother, I may get ready for a playing game tomorrow with Miami Heat, but FaceTiming in to see little sis become a pro. The Toronto Tempo, welcome to the W. They're on the clock. The 6th pick is coming from the 6th.
Man, them boy better pick Big Food. OVO. Toronto. Toronto's next. But you know, Drake, OVO, Flage, Toronto. I think it'll be a good little mix, you know, music, game, maybe. I don't know. Them boy need to hurry up and draft a dog, though. I'm be pissed if she don't get drafted.
Fresh Fine's perfectly picked for you.
They still got Raven.
Target.
I mean, who all in the draft this year anyway?
Not all kids become goats. Because goats are just bored. They're right. Teach them to stay hungry. Get loud. Build others up. Even if it means not to leave out. Stay confident and stay humble. Sometimes.
What about the girls from Texas?
That all-time part, the greatest of all time.
The one girl from Texas? Oh, Roy, yeah, they invite her.
$10 for large.
That's crazy they didn't invite her,
Three
though.
toppings. $10 for your choice of upgrades.
Yeah.
Like the new garlic parm hand toss.
But she was nice, though.
And then there's up crust. The crust you crave, only $10. Order in the Pizza Hut.
There's traveling, and then there's seeing the world with Platinum.
I still feel like she go overseas.
Nothing like a stay that sets the standard with the largest global hotel program. Nothing like knowing in fine hotels and resorts, the complimentary breakfast starts your day. And you have more time to play.
I was like, is this an ad or a commercial?
Nothing like never having to rush home thanks to late checkout. With exceptional travel benefits worldwide, there's nothing like Platinum.
This is for the bowl.
It is unreal.
For the ears.
I'm gonna lie, them better. They're better than the peanuts.
The NCAA Gymnastics Championships on ESPN.
We are back at the shed at Hudson Yards, getting ready for the 6th pick of the 2026 WNBA draft. And we have expansion teams. Last year got the Golden State Valkyries. This year, welcome in Toronto Tempo, Portland Fire. Last year, the Valkyries became the first expansion team to ever reach the playoffs in the W. You see the head coach hirings this year for Toronto.
I mean, shit, how many teams have they added? It's been 13 teams for the past 20 years.
2028, Detroit.
They're the first team to do it. Of course, they don't was the only team there to do it.
2030 as this
Sorry.
league
They'd be like, they'd be the first to do it, of course. They were the only ones.
Lovely in the summer. I mean, a terrific place to go in the summer.
I've never been. I gotta go.
Right, that should be crazy.
It's spectacular.
Okay.
The tempo, we know this the whole country is going
And
to embrace
Will
the team.
Smith thing
Just how
with
about
the
makeup of
basketball
the
thing
roster
in
right
Philly?
now as they've gone through the expansion draft and free
The
agency
female,
and
the
stuff.
team that Philly about to get,
Cindy
that
Bronco
had
has
Will
said,
Smith was
they're not
part of
gonna
that.
be
Or
contending for a championship this year. No expansion team is in there.
I was, I didn't know if that was real or not.
Strong foundation and a winning culture. She's certainly loaded up on shooters when you look at the roster they've put together right now and think a need for them could be at a big
They already
spot.
sold out the
I like
tickets
that you mentioned
already
culture.
for
I mean,
the
you talked
fucking
about the Golden State
preseason.
Valkyries, and they had more success than anyone anticipated, and they had an excellent culture where
Man, they
all of the
playing,
players
they could
bought
do it.
in to what they
they
were trying to
playing.
do at Golden State. Certainly, Toronto and Portland will try to do the same thing. When I think of culture, there are so many players available, but we talked a lot about UCLA and their culture and how they just won Dugalich, Raven Johnson, Flau'jae Johnson. So many options here for Toronto to choose from.
All right.
Hey,
first
big
pick
foe,
in the
boy. That
history
boy better pick
of
big
the
foe.
Toronto Tempo is in.
I don't see it
Let's
going
get
no other
things
way
to the
besides
podium
Flau'jae
to
Johnson.
find out who is
If
going
they ain't gonna fly
number
that shit up
6
for the rest of the draft.
overall.
With the 6th pick in the 2026 WNBA draft and their first ever pick, the Toronto Tempo select Kiki Rice.
I'm still gonna talk shit, but what the fuck? I mean, she good too. She a good pick too. Yeah.
3 straight UCLA Bruins in this first round. Corey closes another. Headed to the W, Kiki Rice, who had such a composed, poised, effective season and tournament run.
Flau'jae sitting right there in the front, bro.
UCLA to a national
They
championship.
gotta pick big foe.
She will try and help guide
She look
the
nervous.
Toronto Tempo through their early
You saw her?
days in the WNBA.
She said,
Dre talked about
she look nervous. Like, okay, it's when it's gonna be my turn.
Experience at 5'11", a guard in size who can keep her own player in front of her, but also switch on to big. She finishes at the rim, gets to the free throw line. 39% from 3 this past season. Very good getting to her pull-up as well, but more than anything, brings that winning mentality.
Yeah, she the one that kept dropping them threes too.
Rebounds per game, field
I
goal
remember her because she kept.
UCLA culture, Rebecca, you just mentioned it. Kiki Rice is really the culture setter. She's someone that players wanted to transfer to UCLA to play.
I thought you were talking about
When you
this.
talk about an expansion team and a team that is building. Kiki Rice is certainly a great piece because she's someone people.
It's the second time in WNBA history.
Let me bring this closer.
Hello.
Hello.
The same school.
Can you guys hear me very good?
UConn, and now tonight with UCLA.
Who in here?
With Holly.
Say something. Hello.
Back to back Bruins. What's going
So I just feel like y'all can't see what I see because you know
This is so
copyright
special.
reason.
Every one of us here deserves it so much, and I'm just so proud of this group because we put in so much work over the course of these past few years, and it's such a special moment.
You know, you've made history tonight. The Toronto Tempo, a new team. It's kind of fitting. Your aunt was an ambassador to the UN, so international family and some vibes you can rely on there.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, never been to Toronto, but really excited to get there. My uncle's Canadian, have some family living there, and I know it's going to be a good time.
How about them boy pick her, bro? Them boy know her.
Impactful for you this
Good.
season. You see your teammates getting drafted, and it's that you were able to adapt your game to make all of them
She got them
better.
Canada
How will
roots.
that translate to the WNBA?
Yeah, I mean, I take a ton of pride in
Canada
just
Ruts.
being the best teammate and figuring out how can I make everyone else better around me. How can I elevate the play of our team? And I think this year we had such a selfless group, and we did that at a really high level all around. And it was just fantastic to play on that team because we were all so selfless.
How can you be a foundational piece to a new franchise, Kiki? It's a lot of pressure, but very exciting.
Yeah, I mean, look, just really excited to get out there, get to work, get to meet everyone on the team, and I think it's going to be really important to have great leadership. We'll learn from the vets, and there's a ton of great people, really experienced people in the organization. So yeah.
Okay, history tonight. Thank you, Kiki.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kiki.
I was like, who's the vets on the
How about
team?
Portland Fire about to make their first selection in their franchise's history, as they are in the W, one of the two expansion teams, Golden State.
Bro,
last
when
year,
my
this year
dog
to
gonna get
Toronto
drafted?
and Portland has already taken Bridget Carlton from Canada, right?
Don at the draft today or nah?
Especially in the summer.
Yeah, Powell's bookstore, you gotta go.
I'm about to say Don ain't there. I ain't know. My girls ain't got no hope if Don ain't too. But Don there, okay.
Projected roster thus far. We talked about Carlton, who was taken in the expansion draft, the Canadian going to Portland. How about the rest?
Should have got me a match. I could have been doing the same thing.
Well, this is a Portland team. They want to play an up
I'm really about to put that shit over here and start walking.
Defensively, need another point guard. To me, Raven Johnson could be a perfect fit in this pick.
Especially when you mentioned
Y'all said Flage last time, and it wasn't Flage.
We saw her defending.
Y'all gonna say Raven this time, and probably gonna be Flage.
As they went in the Final Four, she's defending.
Ain't nobody know shit.
Strong, a big, so her defensive versatility.
Nothing's guaranteed in this draft.
She plays with her leadership. Again, when we talk about an expansion team, a culture piece. Don Staley told us this season, no offense to the rest of the South Carolina Gamecocks at all, but she said, I will miss Raven the most.
All right, so you both feel like it could be Raven here. We're going to find out right now. Let's go to the
Ain't nobody guessing right yet.
Portland Fire have selected 7 overall.
Why should they pick somebody like
With the
Tanaya
7th
Latson?
pick in the 2026 WNBA draft, and their first ever pick, the Portland Fire select Iana Martin Carrion from Spain.
This is the same shit that happened last time, the draft, when they were picking on these Spain players. And I was like, what about all the U.S. players?
You guys talked about going point guard. We've also talked about the Team USA players responding to different players they saw on the floor. A lot of them felt like Ayana Martin was terrific after going.
I tell you, Spain, bro, they be. This is the same shit that happened last year. They take all the people from over there.
Crafty. She plays hard, gets to the rim, crashes the glass. She has a decent shot from 3 as well.
Yeah, bro. Like, what about us? What about us?
This year, but a bright future for this young woman.
Yeah, she averaged 10 points, 4 assists on 51% from the field.
I'm gonna act like nobody heard you say that.
That you mentioned, Ryan. To me, we talked about defense. Rebecca, you said Portland was going to play defense. Watching
exactly
her
what it is.
long wingspan, active on the ball defender. She got a lot of deflections on the ball to get out in transition.
All right, so Martine gone. How about the best available players in the building? A lot of talent there. We've talked about this. This is such a deep
1, 2,
draft.
3,
You
4,
look across
5,
and you
6.
see quality starters, quality rotation players well into the second round, and you see so many bright.
We about to go on second round already?
We're still available as Golden State.
Hey, Flage, we know you coming through, baby.
And we know the Valkyries looking to build upon.
Either
what
way, you
Natalie
up.
Say the
Well, I
Valkyrie
know
front
we
office
really
was
don't
able to
matter.
do a year ago, becoming the first expansion team to go to the playoffs.
Well, certainly Golden State became the blueprint for what an expansion team can be. Not only did they make the playoffs, the first expansion team to ever do that, but to sell out every single
No,
one
we
of
still
your
in round
home
1.
games, make it a free agent destination after just 1 year. They have set the blueprint for what an expansion team can be.
They also set the blueprint for how they want to play in terms of putting up 3-pointers. I mean, they didn't shoot a very high percentage from beyond the arc, but they certainly put up the most 3-pointers in the league. That is a part of their game plan, their offensive attack. Interesting that they added Gabby Williams, so another huge piece for Golden State, and now they get another one.
All right, we're going to find out who it is. The 8th pick is in. Back to the podium to find out who is headed to the Bay to join the Valkyries. Here's the commissioner, Kathy Engelberg.
With the 8th pick in the 2026 WNBA draft, the Golden State Valkyries select Flage Johnson from California.
What'd I say? She didn't even think she was about to get picked just now. She didn't think she was about to get picked just now.
Flage's mom and brothers here.
She didn't think she was about to get picked up. That's
Coach
crazy.
Kim Mulkey. Flage gets to stay in purple. She's headed to the Valkyries. And what a selection. We have seen how dynamic Flage Johnson can be on the floor playing for LSU, and now gets to go to the Bay where you know those sold-out crowds are going to love watching Flage Johnson do her thing for the Valkyries as she goes 8th overall tonight to Golden State.
You got to add them to my pick.
Golden State, a team that defense was their identity. They played at a fast pace. As you said, Dre, it took a lot of threes. Well, Flage Johnson is ready to play defense at the next level. She is ready to push pace, excels when she gets out in transition.
Let's go, Big Foe. Gotta add Golden State to my watch list now.
3-point line this year certainly feels like she can fit in seamlessly with what the Valkyries are trying to do.
I mean, Flage is just an incredible athlete, and you talk about someone that can get in
First round, double down.
Shot from beyond the arc and in the mid-range, and then
First round, double down, Big Foe.
Certainly something that will be so helpful for this Valkyries team, a true special talent.
First round, double down, Big Foe.
With Flage.
Flage, you have performed on many stages before. I find it fascinating that you're taking deep breaths. This stage is different for you tonight. Why?
I mean, man, when I was in high school, I wasn't ranked. You know, it took a lot of hard work, blood, sweat, and tears, and now I'm here at the draft. Like, this is incredible to me.
Yes, Big Foe.
I was sitting down with you when you were a freshman, 18 years old, and you said, I'm going to get drafted high. I'm going to win a Grammy. I'm going to start my own record label. And you're on your way to doing all of that. What is the next vision for you, Flage?
Just keep checking those things off the list. I just got drafted. Now it's time for that Grammy, but first I'm ready to come in, I'm ready to work, and I'm ready to get to it.
You know, your work ethic is unprecedented. A young woman from Savannah, you wanted to shout out your hometown. Why?
Yeah.
Oh, man, I'm the first ever WNBA draft pick from Savannah, Georgia, so this means so much.
Yeah. Big Foe.
Your brother is standing up. Your mom has poured so much into
Double down
you.
first
Your
round.
family is truly special and unique, Flage. How do you
He's
describe
not
what they've
little
poured
boy.
into you to be building for? Oh, look, okay, flex for me now. Come on. I really wanted to bring him up for the interview, but I didn't know if your mom would allow me. Come on over. Come on over. He's okay. Get over here. Come on. Aiden.
You look like, who, me?
Your family needs to share this moment with you, Flage. I know especially your mom has been there for you for so many beautiful things. Tell me what they've meant to you.
They meant everything to me. For me, it's just being somebody that they can look up to, being somebody that they're proud to call their sister, somebody that can show them that they can do anything they want to. Be confident and walk in this world like you deserve to be there.
Everything you ever told me, I believe will happen. She's dropping a new single about the draft. When's it coming out?
Oh, it's dropping soon, but yeah, y'all just heard it when I walked across the stage. Y'all go check out Whoa.
We are definitely having a Whoa moment. Congratulations. Thank you.
They support her music career.
Good. Did you know that? Yeah. Yep.
All right, well, we've already had our most adorable moment of the night. You see Flage, mother celebrating. We've seen some terrific tuxes from the young men at Flage's table. Next up.
Nah, bro, I'm over here cheesing it like it's me. Like, that's my little cousin. My cousin going to the town live. Like, hey, shout out Big Foe. First round, double down, man. First round, double down. Shout out Big Foe. For real. Alright, now we gotta get Raven on in this thing. What else? We still got Tanaya in the thing. We ain't really got a lot of players after that. I think everybody else gonna come from overseas. Yeah, 5G.
Just thought it could be cool. That would be good.
Here's now.
Man,
Dear
what my
America,
phone at?
At JP Morgan Chase, we believe the greatest investment ever made is in you. Through our Security and Resiliency Initiative, we're putting $1.5 trillion into helping strengthen the energy grids and supply chains that drive ambition. Manufacturing that builds legacy, the AI and quantum computing that creates progress, and the defense and cybersecurity that protects it all. Because we know when we invest in America, the returns are limitless.
Why is Special K so special?
Damn.
The multi-grain flakes? Oh,
What happened? What happened? What happened?
Oh, wait. Can you go back to the berries? Special K. And now try Special K granola with protein.
The new value feast is here at KFC, stacked with hot and crispy, delicious goodness. Comes in more chicken, even more chicken. And who approved this amount of chicken? Classic.
Why you say that, nigga?
Value feast. Get it.
Oh yeah, the drop. Yeah, this shit crazy, bro. This shit crazy. Hey, Flau'jae got drafted. I just need 2 more people to get drafted. Shit, everybody else gonna be overseas, bruh. Bet you them motherfuckers gonna be from Spain. The whole rest of the UCLA team gotta get. And then that's really it, for real. That was the best players in the draft. It was only like 5 or 6 of them.
Yips, maybe Thomas has ever seen that header bring in.
Something that no one had ever seen before, ever.
G-League Winter Showcase in Orlando. Stay tuned for the second half coming up after this.
With WNBA League Pass, you can press play on the WNBA and scan the QR code to stream live games from across the league. For $39.99 for the year, eligible students can get an exclusive 40% off student discount. Well, Washington has already picked once tonight, selecting Lauren Betts at number 4 overall. Who will join her with the 9th pick? That pick is in. As we head back to the podium, and we'll learn the selection now from the commissioner.
With the 9th pick in the 2026 WNBA draft, the Washington Mystics select Angela Dugalich from UCLA.
From UCLA. I don't remember Dugalich, but
Fourth UCLA player taken in this first round.
No.
A WNBA record matching UConn back in 2002, and Angela Dugalich is going to go join Lauren in Washington. Dugalich as Corey close to the tournament, a matchup nightmare for opponents. We saw that play out. And now she takes those talents to Washington in that really impressive young core, the Mystics.
They want to do it, but you just like initiated.
I was so impressed, Brian, with Angela Dugalich. First of all, not just in the national championship run, but the fact that before her season, a couple games in, she told her coaches that she would be willing to come off of the bench, sacrifice a starting spot, and still thrive. She brings skill, toughness, and versatility on both ends of the floor. She's got great size, high IQ on offense, and her length on the defense.
Girl
and
Dugalich.
her high IQ help her make plays. She is so fun to watch.
Yeah, Jordan, certainly a pro-ready frame at 6'4", not afraid to use it, as you said, can defend on the perimeter or in the paint. Most importantly, perhaps for Washington, she is a solid 3-point shooter. When I asked Sydney Johnson what their needs were for this draft, he said, shooting, and more shooting. She can bring them some of that.
And she also helps bring some history for UCLA. You see that collection of stars in 2002 from UConn, the only time we've had 4 players from one school taken in the first round until tonight, as Angela Dugalich is with Holly Rowe.
Well, Angela, as we're watching you perform in the Final Four, win a national championship, I kept thinking in my mind, this is one of the most pro-ready athletes we have in the WNBA draft. How has your work with the Serbian national team and your work in Europe and your body of work prepared you to be pro-ready?
I mean, I'm super grateful for
at the top.
just the opportunity to play overseas with my national team. I think it's just been a blessing to prepare me for
How many people in the first round is there to
You've
get
got
picked?
some other Bruins on that roster now. What does that mean to you that you very well know how to play with and alongside Lauren Betts? How does that help moving to a new team?
15 per round.
That's going to be great. I'm super excited for that. Obviously, I feel like it might be, or probably will be, a smooth transition just playing with her and even getting some practice with Michaela as well.
I love this so much. Last question, your family's here. What do you want to say to your family?
Thank you. Hvala. Znači, ovde ne bi bila bez vas I mnogo sam ponosna I zahvalna za vas. Volim vas do Boga.
Beautiful. Thank you, darling. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Well, thank you, Angela. Thank you, Ollie. Now the Indiana Fever on the clock with their first pick of the night, 10th overall. We'll recap last season for them. Caitlin Clark dealt with a lot of injuries. The Fever managed to stay afloat while she was out. Aaliyah Boston, an incredible season. Career highs in points per game, assists per game. We know Kelsey Mitchell, her historic year, set a franchise record for points per game with 20.2. And now Caitlin back healthy, joining Aaliyah, joining Kelsey Mitchell. This is a team that has made some shrewd moves in free agency. They felt like title contenders last year. They pushed things towards a fifth game, overtime in the semifinals, even with Caitlin out. Feels like they are a title contender going into this year.
Think about it. They were a title contender at the end of last year, dealing with a multitude of injuries, including to Caitlin Clark. So they should be a title contender this year. They bring in Monique Billings. They bring in Maisha Hines-Allen, another huge addition for them at the 4 spot. I think this team, outside even of their big three, is certainly built to have a monster year this year.
I was so impressed by Indiana and the run that they went on, despite the multitude of injuries that you mentioned and so many players available that they could choose from. I think about Aaliyah Boston being on that list. I think about the relationship she has with Raven Johnson, who's sitting here waiting to hear her name called. Again, Indiana, such a solid roster, so we'll see what they do with it.
All right, we'll figure out who is headed to the Fever. The pick is in. We find out the 10th selection right now from the commissioner.
With the 10th pick in the 2026 WNBA draft, the Indiana Fever select Raven Johnson.
Hey, batter back. Get them on through. Get them on out there. Okay.
You're there? You're in the
Well, Raven Johnson, after an incredible All-American season as a senior, the SEC Defensive Player of the Year. We saw her game just grow and grow throughout her career. Her head coach, Dawn Stanley, ready to celebrate the player who she has said she will miss most of all. And the big players who have come through that program.
Why Don look more excited than Raven?
To the Indiana Fever and reunited with Aaliyah Boston a couple of games.
Oh shit, Aaliyah Boston is on the Fever. Damn, her and Caitlin Clark.
Johnson goes 10th overall.
Caitlin Clark, Aaliyah Boston, Raven Johnson.
Johnson, perhaps the player
No, I know.
rose more
That's
than
what I'm
any
saying.
other over the course of
Her and
this
Aaliyah
past
Boston back
season.
together, and now they got
She's always been
Caitlin
a
Clark.
lockdown defender. This year, she also showed she can switch onto bigs and contain them. She's improved offensively, especially from the three-point line, shooting 40% from there, a career high. And then we saw her confidence grow throughout the season, comfortable being a go-to in late-game situations.
Raven Johnson is a winner. She's a poised leader. You said an excellent defender in a multitude of positions. She's fearless if she switches onto a big. She has an incredibly long wingspan, and again, the poise that she plays with. I mean, she's the ultimate culture piece going to a great Indiana team.
Well, you talk about winning. How about that record? At Westlake in high school and now at South Carolina, that's a lot of winning, heading to a team that's looking to win now, and Raven is with Holly.
Well, Raven, you bet on yourself this year. You came back to South Carolina and really transformed the type of player you were. You literally could do everything you wanted. How did you make that decision, and how has it paid off walking across this stage now tonight?
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, my heart is beating right now. It's beating so fast. But, you know, you dream of moments like this as a little girl. I mean, you watch people before you that get drafted, and just to hear my name called, it's a blessing, honestly.
Every time I watch you play, it brings me joy. You are a joyful person. I've watched you pour into your teammates. You bring joy to every group that you are around. How can you infuse some Ravenness into the Indiana Fever?
Yeah, my personality overall. I mean, I'm a loving, caring person. I care about my teammates, but at the end of the day, I want to win.
Winning is something you've done well. They were just showing your record. Raven, what will it take to step onto the floor? You get to be reunited with Aaliyah Boston, someone you fed a lot of passes to in your career. How can you win right away there?
I mean, just listen to the vets, listen to the people that's already on the team, and just bring what I do.
What you do has always been brilliant. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Raven. Thank you, Ollie. Here, the best available players. A lot of talent still on the board here in New York, and the 11th pick of the draft, the third of the first round for the Washington Mystics is in. We get it right now. Going back to the podium and learning the 11th overall section, a selection from the commissioner.
With the 11th pick in the
They moving
2026
fast, isn't it?
WNBA draft, the Washington Mystics select Cody McMahon from Ole Miss.
Okay, Cody. Cody, man, I didn't even know you was in the building, girl. Okay, Mr. McMahon.
Cody McMahon, who had a terrific start to her career at Ohio State and then heads to Ole Miss, wins SEC Newcomer of the Year, first team All-Conference, set career highs in points and assists, and we know is incredibly talented as she gets a big hug from Coach Yo. Most points in a single season by an Ole Miss player since the 85-86 season. And Cody joins, again, that young talent that Washington has selected over these last two drafts with this, their sixth first-round selection in the last 2 years.
And Cody McMahon is different from any other player on the Washington Mystics roster this past year, used as a facilitator. Her size and her frame remind me of Alyssa Thomas, especially with the way she can bring the ball down the floor. Certainly a pro-ready body, gets downhill, bulldozing her way to the basket, averaged 21 points a game in SEC play.
She had 8 20-point games against AP-ranked opponents. She elevated her play when the competition got tough. I love that you mentioned Alyssa Thomas. She told us that is her favorite player. Elevated her game in conference play. She's so physical. She's so tough. And sometimes she gets so hot, it's like she cannot be stopped. We saw her put up big-time numbers this season.
We're going to be surrounded by some big-time talent in Washington as we send things over to Holly with Cody.
Well, they are raving about your ability to score this season, but Cody, it took something for you to get back to being who you are this year. How did you find that again in yourself?
Yeah, honestly, it just took me to buy into Coach Yo's system and her believing in me and, you know, her letting me know that she's going to push me, but I just have to be ready for it and just be willing to take the role that she's given me.
When we watch you play, there is a determination. You get yours. You get where you want to go on the court. How will that translate to Washington?
Yeah, I mean, I'm willing to do whatever it takes to win, whether that be with the ball in my hands or not. I feel like I'm really ready to take on any role.
They say you're hard to guard. Why?
Honestly, I think it's just my competitive nature, the edge. I feel like anyone in front of me can't stop me.
Can't wait to see what you do. Washington, Cody McMahon, you're going to love her.
Cody, thank you very much. How about Tina Thompson, the first ever pick in the WNBA? She will join the show next.
It's easy to think medicine is about sickness. But medicine is about bringing only yourself to the moments that
Yeah.
medicine is about being present.
You know, it just sounds like you gotta start snoring. That's what.
None of us are here long enough.
All right, we just need to get to Nia and that thing, man.
To be who we are supposed to be. For as long as we're here together.
Double down. First round.
About sickness.
Raven and that thing. That's Nia. Huh? Oh, it's Nia. That's what it is. Oh my God.
Lesson number 23.
So,
you know you built different.
When Atlanta had got Ingrid Reese, they got rid of Brittany Griner.
Now let's end the whole ball.
You got that much cheddar?
I'm made with cheddar. What? Made it? Cheese it.
One zip.
So they're all on your team?
Yeah, they're my financial plan. You thrive, it helps me plan my finances fund, like my church, the children's hospital, and my son's college fund. And we're redoing the basement.
Plan your finances for the people, causes, and communities you love with Thrivent, where money means more. Tampax Radiant gives you more leak-free periods than other tampons.
Yeah.
Spin to fit, and have a leak guard braid, a clean steel wrapper, and a comfort grip. Tampax, get radiant, get more.
No, I thought you could see it.
With the first pick in the 1997 WNBA draft, the Houston Comets select Tina Thompson from the University of Southern California.
Are we having flashbacks?
Tina, come on down.
The draft was in a little ass room.
Welcome back to the 2026 draft. We want to look back in this
like a
special
little
year,
conference room.
30-year anniversary for the WNBA this season, and we would not be where we are if it wasn't for players like this. Tina Thompson, it seems crazy that that was so long ago, but what do you remember about that epic night, the very first ever pick in the WNBA?
I remember that my draft was nothing like this. Not even close. We were in NBA studios in Secaucus, and there actually wasn't a process. We had not even got WNBA jerseys printed yet, so I was holding up a practice jersey. So this is a little bit better.
You know, I love it. This is what people like you, people like the Houston Comets back in the day have built. We saw in the new CBA, they are taking care of veterans, the women who built this league to be so special. How important is that we remember the women who came before?
Well, I just think NECA and Alicia and that group just did a great job in being the executive committee and just standing strong and fighting. I think it's really important that we continue as a league to push forward on both sides, the union as well as the WNBA. Of course, it's going to be a little battle, but as long as negotiations at the end are fair and they're forward moving, the foundation of the WNBA is solid.
Well, it is solid because of you, young lady, and it is a pleasure to stand on this stage with you. It's a bigger stage, but it was never brighter than when you were playing. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Holly. You're the best.
Beautifully said, Hal. As we move to,
I feel like it was some shady shit going on just now.
The 12th overall pick, pending the approval from the WNBA Board of Governors. Yeah, I wasn't going to forget to say that. They are going to Houston next year, but this year in Connecticut, you know, this is a team obviously rebuilding.
Something just seemed off.
Your overarching look at
But
them.
y'all can see what I saw. Yeah, this is year 2 of a rebuild for the Connecticut Sun. They laid a nice young foundation a season ago. They want to stay young and talented while also trying to compete to the best of their ability.
Yeah, I think this is the Connecticut team that struggled three-point shooting last season. That could certainly be an area that they look to add with this draft, again, in their rebuild, so a lot of directions that they could go.
All right, let's find out who the Sun will select with number 12 overall as we
Tania Lutson. We can end the screen.
Back to the podium we go. And Kathy Engelberg has the pick.
I bit my lip so hard earlier.
With the 12th pick in the 2026 WNBA draft, the Connecticut Sun select Nell Angloma from France.
Yeah, I told you it was about to be a whole bunch of overseas people now.
This is another one of those people who have played against her in different FIBA competitions. Very impressed with what Nell can bring to the table. Leads her team in scoring in France, and now going to join a Connecticut team where she's going to get an opportunity to play, to show off those skills, a rebuilding team where you're going to get your minutes. And so Nell will get that opportunity with the Sun this season.
Connecticut wanted to stay young and talented. Well, Nell is 20 years old, so they got younger and more talented.
She's 22. Wow, people from overseas be.
Has a nice burst going downhill. Finishes at the rim with both hands.
Wow, the motherfuckers be tall as hell, big as fuck, and only be 20. Like, only 20.
Her area of growth will just be
honestly a short person from over there, yeah.
But puts a ton of pressure on the rim.
I just got so excited when you said Joyce Edwards because that's exactly who came to mind when I was watching her. The way that she moves and carries herself wide across the court. She is a tough, physical driver who attacks the rim hard. She likes the spin move to get to the rim or create space for a close mid-range jump shot. She gets on the hips of defenders so well. Certainly will be helpful in the WNBA.
And now is with Holly Rowe.
Bienvenue à WNBA. Merci. Merci. Qu'est-ce que tu penses quand tu appelles ton
You don't even
nom
speak English?
à ce moment?
Thank you. I'm feeling really excited and a little bit nervous, but I'm really grateful to be here with my family, with Sebastian too. And yes, I'm just feel blessed. Yes.
Ta mère et ton père, qu'est-ce que tu veux dire à them?
Thank you. Because they push me every day, every time, and they believe on me. I'm so happy to run them, to make friends.
Bring them.
Ah yes, to make them. Yes.
Yes. Qu'est-ce que tu veux parler à les fans à Connecticut? Tu es quel type de joueur?
I will say I'm a competitor first. Yes, I'm just excited to meet all of them, and I do my best every time for help my team. And yes, I'm just excited to meet them for shows them who I am.
Félicitations. Merci. Thank you.
It's always a special night when Holly Rowe breaks out the French.
I said, when Holly starts speaking French,
Dream are on the
Holly Rowe out here.
And they've already had a very busy offseason acquiring Angel Reese after she averaged double-doubles each of her first two seasons, traded from Chicago. This is an Atlanta team that had a really strong regular season last year, first year under Carl Smethko as head coach. They have a terrific young guard duo with Ryan Howard and Alicia Gray. It's going to be interesting to see where Atlanta goes here.
I'm just smiling really hard because it's no secret. I'm from Atlanta. I live in Atlanta. When I heard this news, I was so excited. People have already talked to me in the city about Angel Reese. I mean, we saw the season tickets just skyrocket because of Angel Reese and her presence and what she brings on the floor. And Atlanta's ability to get Angel Reese and keep the majority of their team. I mean, this is a team that was in the playoffs. I think Angel Reese fits. We saw her be like a point forward at times and distribute the ball. Now she's got different pieces around her. To me, I was so excited about this.
Alicia Gray and Ryan Howard don't miss very much, but when they do,
That's right. All right, we're going to figure out who the Atlanta Dream have selected.
I forgot
with
they
the
got
12th
Alicia Gray, too.
overall pick. Right back to the podium we go. The commissioner has the selection.
With the 13th pick in the 2026 WNBA draft, the Atlanta Dream select Medina Okot, University of South Carolina.
Oh shit, Okot. Rex Sweet. That's what's
Medina
up.
Okot, an excellent season at South Carolina this year. This is a young woman who hasn't been playing basketball that long and already makes such an impact on the floor. Heads to Atlanta with the 13th pick here. We also saw as the season went along, the way her game expanded, the comfort she had shooting from three, the accuracy with which she shot at the incredible hands. And now Medina Okot goes to an Atlanta Dream team where she is going to be surrounded by some prime talent.
You mentioned it, Ryan. Medina Okot being relatively new to the game of basketball. Didn't pick up a basketball until 2019. 15, and already the skill that she has shown, the understanding of the game, she is a walking double-double. Again, new to basketball, but with a very high ceiling. 54 blocks this season, 5th most in the SEC. She is mobile. She showed the ability to knock down threes, which is huge at this level, can put the ball on the floor, and an excellent rebounding presence.
And how is she going to fit into Carl Smesco's system in Atlanta? Well, remember, he had 6'9" Brittany Griner on the roster a year ago, and Okot has even more of a face-up game. She's more comfortable at times facing the basket than she even is with her back to the basket. Only 29 attempts from three on the season, but shot 45% from three. That's a ridiculous number for a 6'6" big.
All right, that 6'6" big is with our 5'4" small, Holly Rowe.
Well, Medina, you have just started playing basketball 6 years ago, and here you are getting drafted. How do you describe this journey for you in basketball?
I honestly didn't see myself being here today. 6 years ago, I had to act like I was behind, and I had to be obsessed with details, putting in extra work, and just being able to ask questions and learn from experienced players that were around me.
You have been. I know Coach Staley appreciates how obsessed with the details you were. I know your family is home in Kenya watching tonight. What do you want to say to your family in Mumias, Kenya?
Thank you so much for believing in me. I appreciate every sacrifice, prayers that got me here. And I just want to let them know that this is not just for me. This is for all of us. And I'm carrying our flag to the next level with pride. I hope this helps them see that we belong to any stage.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. The flag is here in the audience. Wave it with pride. Thank you so much.
Well, beautifully said, Medina. Thank you, Holly. Meanwhile, the Seattle Storm, they've already picked in this first round. Their second selection of the first round is in. Back to the commissioner. We go with the 14th overall pick in tonight's draft.
With the 14th pick in the 2026 WNBA draft, the Seattle Storm select Taina Mayer from Duke University.
This is a player who, Rebecca, I know we saw her several times throughout the season, and every time we walk away saying she's going to be a really good pro.
Saying the same thing Kara Lawson did, describing her this season at rock solid and a great competitor. She excelled in the pick and roll game, in particular against UCLA, where she was consistently hitting pull-up jumper after pull-up jumper. A very good rebounding guard, 6 per game, facilitates as well. 5.5 assists a game this past year.
Taina Mayer had an excellent finish to the season as well. Final 2 games, 22 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals against LSU. 21 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists, 4 steals against UCLA in the loss, with the ability to impact the game on both ends of the floor. First Duke player since Chelsea Gray to average 10, 5, and 5 in a season. I've been very impressed by Taina Mayer's game. ACC tournament MVP as well.
All right, here's who's best available according to our draft boards. Drea, anybody here who especially stands out to you right now?
Well, when I think about scoring, I immediately think about Tanaya Latson. When I think about shooting, Gianna Neepkins. Toughness, Marta Suarez. We have athleticism, Tiani Key. Decision-making, Ashlyn Jackson. Versatility, Janiyah Barker. They all bring something different and unique when it comes to their best skill that they're taking to the next level.
And if you're looking specifically for the Connecticut Sun, you think that it might be Tanaya Latson, because they could use another combo guard, somebody who can get downhill, somebody who can score from the perimeter as well.
And one of the things that impressed us so much
what's
about
up? What's up? How you doing? Good, chick.
her ability to play make, her ability to defend.
Here watching this
She
draft.
could score at Florida State. She obviously still can. But as so often we see players who go and learn under Dawn Staley and her staff, the game grows. They become more pro-ready.
Tanaya Latson get picked.
Whoever gets it tonight is going to
Hopefully
be
she get
thrilled.
picked first
The
round.
final pick of the first round is in. Let's figure out who the 15th selection is. The Connecticut Sun making their second pick of the night. And back to Captain Engelbert we go.
Come on, Tanaya.
With the 15th pick in the 2026 WNBA draft, the Connecticut Sun select Gianna Neepkins from UCLA.
Our day going pretty good. Can't complain. I wasn't expecting UCLA to get picked this
Well,
round.
Corey Close has been on her feet a record 5 times in this first round as Gianna Neepkins becomes the 5th UCLA player to be selected in the first round tonight. That is a new WNBA record for most selections from a single school. And Gianna Neepkins, the Utah transfer, went to UCLA, brought so much shooting, toughness, helping guide them to a national championship, is taken with the final selection of this opening round tonight.
Connecticut's needed a shooter, and they certainly got one in Gianna Neepkins. She is ridiculously efficient.
Well, hopefully Kanaya goes second round, y'all. I don't know.
This past season, 43% from 3 in her career. She has an interesting style to her offensive game, defense, blow by defenders, but will always get a shot off. Solid in the pick and roll game, really good setting off ball screens. She can be an asset immediately.
And we talked about players going somewhere to grow and expand their game. Gianna Neepkins talked to us
South
about going to
Carolina.
UCLA. Yes, to bring her three-point shooting. Of course she brings that. But to become a better defender, she felt like she grew in that way. She catches the ball low and shot ready, which allows her to get the
First
ball
round
out quickly.
recap.
But
We
also
got
allows her to put it on the
AZ.
floor into a mid-range jump shot.
Arm
The
bet,
scoring
number
ability
4.
of Gianna Neepkins immediately
Flage
impactful.
with number
Coach Corey
8, Raven
said
with number 10.
she's our Luka. That's a pretty good comparison.
Well, Mom, Elizabeth, Dad, Donald, certainly proud tonight. Gianna Neepkins is the first round selection, the 5th UCLA player taken. She's with Holly.
Well, Gianna, it's never happened before in WNBA.
Yeah, I just did a 24-hour Red Dead Redemption stream. You should go check that out.
You're the new one of this bunch.
It should be on my VODs on my
What did you
page.
think when you heard your name called as the final first round
Did
pick?
that Saturday.
Yeah, it's incredible. I mean, you don't even know what to think because it's just so much. But I just feel incredibly blessed to be part of the UCLA Bruins and now be part of the Connecticut Sun.
Your skills translate at such a high level to the W. You are one of the best shooters I've ever seen from the perimeter. I know you're the youngest of 5, 6, and 5 older brothers. Who taught you to shoot?
Not any of them. But
I like
they are the best in the whole world.
all
They support
time.
me down. They're all here
I don't know.
tonight,
I would go
so
Tomb
love them,
Raider
and I'm just so
all
thankful for
time.
them.
Tomb
Best shooter
Raider
in the family, you heard
or
it here. Congratulations.
Uncharted.
And the last thing I'll say is the UCLA parents, you're
For,
giving
like,
me
story
life.
mode
Every
games.
single person that's been drafted. It's like a big group hug with the parents. Shout out to all the parents. Stand up and take a bow, family. Thank you, Gianna.
Well, thank you, Ollie. Thank you, Gianna. There is the live board.
I used to love a
The
Tomb
first
Raider.
round in the books. 5 UCLA Bruins taking a record. The second round is.
What about you? Bro, as soon as Sanaya get picked, I'm gone. Yeah, GTA definitely that game, man.
Save more for the things that matter most to them. That's why we're the bank.
They need to go ahead and drop the new one and stop playing. I don't even want to talk about GTA 'cause they play too much. They playing too much, man. This is gonna be the best GTA ever. Appreciate you for the follow.
Exclusively on Prime. It's waiting to get in. Scenes take their final shot.
Appreciate you. Appreciate you.
NBA playing tournament, April 14th, 15th, and 17th. Only on.
Through HIMS, I found ED treatment.
It's
that
like
helped me
every
rediscover
time on this
confidence.
ESPN
For me,
app, they run an
it's not just
ad when a
about
commercial playing on
performance.
TV.
It's about presence.
I just realized
Showing
that.
up in my body, in my mind, in the moment. With personalized treatment delivered directly, I can live my life with the confidence that I'll be ready. Because my
Yeah,
treatment is
I
made
got a
for
whole
me.
lot of new stuff on the way, man. Whole lot of new stuff on the way. Already in the works
Find your
as we
treatment
speak.
at hims.com.
Pickleball Slam 4 is here, and the competition's getting fiercer. My job is to win.
I've won every slam there is.
It's over, old man. Step aside.
Andre Agassi, Eugenie Bouchard, James Blake, the ball world #1.
I got a lot of that stuff already, but I'm in the process of revamping that stuff, or updating it. Time for an update for real, for real.
To the second round of the WNBA Draft 2026, presented by State Street Investment Management. Spy, we are at the Shed at Hudson Yards. What a fun, eventful first round, and plenty of reaction throughout the night. That's the Dallas Wings. Yeah, they selected AZ Fudd.
Drop your Discord. I'll follow you on Discord.
Ready to join AZ. Page in the backcourt. Cheryl Reed pumped up. The Minnesota Lynx selecting Olivia
Round 2, y'all. Round 2.
Yeah, that's right. The admin doesn't make the picks. They just post about them. We welcome you back to our set. Ryan Rucco with the Hall of Fame, Rebecca Lobo, Andrea Carter, having a great time here at the Shed at Hudson Yards. An excellent atmosphere here. We were just talking about it. Really fun first round. And now the Seattle Storm right back on the clock. This is a team that's already made 2 picks tonight. You talked about it earlier, partner, a team that is committed to the rebuild. And a good way to commit to it is having 3 of the first 16 picks.
Yeah, without question. And then focusing on development of their young talent, building players for the future, and they have another opportunity to do that here.
All right, we're going to get that selection right now. Back to the podium we go. The 16th overall pick is in. The first selection of the second round. Here is the commissioner with it.
With the 16th pick in the 2026 WNBA Draft, the Seattle Storm select Marta Suarez, Texas Christian University.
So Marta Suarez, who had a fantastic season at TCU, first team All Big 12, spent time at Tennessee, at Cal, and this year career highs in points, rebounds, three-point percentage, plenty of double-doubles as well, and headed to a Seattle team where she is going to have young talent around her and opportunity as well with one of the real proud franchises of the WNBA, the 4-time champion Storm.
You mentioned the double-doubles, Ryan. She had 12 of them this season. She also had a triple-double in December. 20 points, 10 rebounds, 10 assists. Marta Suarez can impact the game in so many ways. She is a workhorse. She's physical with a high motor, but also very skilled. Mark Campbell said she has pro habits in terms of her routine, recovery, and work ethic. Again, she can score in a variety of ways. She defends with great toughness and can also make plays and find her teammates.
Yeah, at 6'3", she can be a nice stretch for. Shot 37% from 3, solid rebounder. Certainly excelled in TCU's spacing offense. And for a young player, what do you want to do more than anything when you go to the WNBA? Well, win, but also play. And there's going to be opportunity for her to do that in Seattle.
All right, well, Marta is with Holly.
Well, UCLA is having a moment in this draft this year, but Spain is having a moment in this draft this year. Tell me what is important about all this young Spanish talent that are really bringing that excitement to the WNBA?
Well, it's extremely exciting for the game. I think globally, the WNBA, it shows that it has the attention. People want to come here. And it's exciting for us. The U.S. has been on top of basketball for a long time, so we want to be able to give a little competition.
Everybody's wearing the red. Was that intentional?
Not really, but we spicy, we fiery like that.
Okay. I know that you've had to find a little joy in your basketball journey. I know you lost your mom. You had to come back and play after that tragedy. Tell me, how do you look into this crowd? You see your dad and know that you found the joy necessary for this part of your life.
Man, I think you can see it. If you watch me this year, you see me smile. I'm having a great time. I'm just trying to hope, Holly. I'm happy to be here. I'm excited to be here. I'm extremely thankful for Mark and the opportunity that he's given me. And I'm very excited about tonight as well with my best friends.
I love it. I just want to hoop, Holly. That's the quote of my night. I love it. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, Holly, thank you very much. Congratulations to Marta joining Diana Mayer as well as Awafam Tiam in Seattle. Now Portland back on the clock. The Portland Fire, who this is a team that obviously when you're an expansion team, you know you're probably not competing right away when you go there as a draftee, but you are getting playing time. And Rebecca, you pointed it out before. If you're a young player, you get excited when you go to one of those teams where you know, hey, I'm getting minutes right away.
Yeah, without question. And we've talked throughout over the years of how it's more important to have fit than it is necessarily to where you go in the draft in terms of first round or second round. And absolutely, if you're a young player who's itching to be on the court, and they all are, you have an opportunity to go to an expansion team that does not have a very full roster yet. It gives you that great opportunity.
All right, well, the commissioner is ready with some news here. So let's go back to the podium for a little breaking news from Kathy Engelbert.
Okay, we have a trade. The Golden State Valkyries trade the rights to Flau'jae Johnson to the Seattle Storm for the rights to Marta Suarez and their 2028 second round pick.
What the fuck is going on? What the fuck?
Okay, moving on to the 17th pick in the 2026 WNBA draft.
Hey.
No,
hell no. Hold up.
Frida Buhner from Spain.
Rocky. Wake up, I got some shit to tell you. They just did some crazy ass shit I ain't never seen.
Frida
done
Buhner.
before. You know how Flau'jae had got picked? They traded her in the middle of the fucking draft.
And finish with some contact.
To the Storm now.
Shooter from 3 as well. An active scorer, comfortable in the pick and roll.
They traded her to the Storm. What the fuck is that, yo?
Yeah, she can also attack the basket. Likes to quick attack going right.
How can you make a trade in the middle of the draft?
Perimeter defensively, that's not easy to do. There's also potential as a playmaker when she puts the ball to kick out to her guards when she's driving and attacking the basket. You said it, mobile forward. She's got a great wingspan, a good piece for Portland.
All right, so that's the 17th.
Literally, they just traded her.
That Kathy Engelbert just announced.
Like in the middle of the
interesting one. And if you're Seattle,
like that shit was normal, and it went back.
Thrilled. You end up with Flau'jae Johnson with the 2 young bigs you have. Obviously, Dominique Malonga, who they took last year, and now this year with Awafam Thiam. And now they add Flau'jae Johnson in the trade with Marta Suarez and a future second-round pick.
Flau'jae Johnson different from any of the other players they have on their roster in terms of not only being a wing, but the ways in which she plays. She can be a terrific defender. We talked about her ability to hit from 3 and be a slasher as well. So not redundancy for her.
They should not even say for
me and make her mark.
My speech ain't even my speech no more.
When you think about a team that lost Gabby Williams, who does a lot of those things, gets into the
like she done made a speech about this team.
Certainly bring all of those things to Seattle.
Her mama was like, I don't give a damn. I don't even want somebody's team.
Change the list. Well done. There we go. All right. Well, the commissioner is ready for another pick. Let's send things back.
Yeah, that shit was crazy, man. I ain't never seen a trade in the middle of the draft. Like, what type of shit is this WNBA, man? They just be doing shit.
In the 2026 WNBA draft,
who's on the Connecticut?
The Connecticut Sun select Charlize Fletcher-Walker from UCLA.
That's everybody on the team right there in it. Bruh, they just traded Flau'jae. Good thing I ain't messaged her. Shit, something just said don't do it. That's why I was supposed to message her at.
We have more history. The first program
that they traded in the middle of the draft. Like, I'm still mind blown by that. They retraded.
Goes 18th to the Connecticut Sun. This is a player, Corey Post, talking
why is that my picture on my lock screen?
Leadership. How her teammates would always
my
look
camera
to her,
just
the
died,
equanimity that she brought to the table for her team. We saw her come through.
Hold on, y'all. My computer gonna spaz out.
In a national championship, and now she is headed to the WNBA.
When I asked the Connecticut Sun specifically about Charlize Ledger Walker, the response was, I think she's excellent. You want to go somewhere where they think you're excellent. She showed this past year that she can impact winning with limited field goal attempts, reads pick and roll coverage beautifully, finds open teammates out of it, a 3-level scorer who can keep players in front of her defensively. And I guess when you have this many players going, you're going to end up with one of your college teammates, and she will be reunited with Gianna Neal.
I mean, you had to think Connecticut was so happy when they saw Charlize Ledger Walker still available, knowing they have Gianna Neekins, knowing they already have this connection. And how many times this season did we see Charlize Ledger Walker find Gianna Neekins and kick the ball out to her? She's so fun to talk to and plays with so much joy.
And one of 6 UCLA Bruins drafted tonight, a new record for a single school and a single draft. And Charlize is with Holly.
Oh,
Well,
well.
the 6 seniors are in the league. Everybody here together tonight, but you've made a little history of your own. What is special tonight about New Zealand getting a name called in the WNBA draft?
Yeah, I'm the first from New Zealand to ever be drafted, so it's a big moment.
What does that mean for people in your country, little girls who want to grow up and be just like you?
I think it means a lot, and I'm just really humbled that, you know, I can kind of be that role model, and I just hope that everybody watching from New Zealand just knows that they belong here, and if they, you know, set their sights high, they can, you know, be limitless, so.
My dog got drafted in the first
And I know
round
that
and
you make your
traded
mark
in
in
the
W. How do you
second.
do it
Like,
quickly and get some playing time with that team and earn it?
Yeah, you know, I think it's just going in with an open mind, taking in a lot from the vets and just learning a lot and just being, you know, the best team that I can and whatever role that is that I need to partake in, and I'm going to do that.
All right, congratulations. We've got history all around. Thank you.
Congrats, Charlize. Hey, our NBA playoffs coverage begin Saturday. The Rockets and the Lakers, 8:30 Eastern, 5:30 Pacific on ABC and the ESPN app. KB LeBron, good way to get things going in the NBA playoffs for us. Back to the commissioner we go. Guess who's selecting again? It's the Washington Mystics. Last year and this year, plenty of them. All right, Commish, what you got for number 19?
With the 19th pick in the 2026 WNBA draft, the Washington Mystics select Hassan Prosper from the University of Notre Dame.
Many wondered, would Hassan Prosper go back for another season at Notre Dame? Instead, she enters the draft and gets selected early in the second round here to the Washington Mystics. In the building tonight, and Hassan Prosper, the 19th overall selection.
She's coming off of such a strong season, Ryan. Just under 14 points per game, 6.5 rebounds per game, just under 2 assists and 2 steals. The ability to impact the game in a multitude of ways. She crashed the offensive glass hard this season, and I felt like watching Notre Dame in the NCAA tournament, her defensive versatility was also on full display.
Certainly brings size, length, versatility, can play the 3 or the 4, can score in a variety of ways. And you said it, Drea, so important at the pro level to be able to have versatility on the defensive end of the floor. She can guard both bigs and smalls.
And Hassan Prosper, one of 4 Mystic selections tonight, and she is with Holly Rowe.
You came ready for your moment. You have believed in yourself, putting your name in the WNBA draft. Where does that deep belief in what you're able to do come from?
Oh my goodness. I think it has to come from my parents, my family. Having my older brother here means everything. They've always installed so much confidence in me. And to be here, you know, have my coaches here, I'm just so proud of myself.
What are you most proud of?
I think this run, I mean, we had an amazing run in the NCAA tournament. And for me, I'm just so proud of just how much I've persevered and how much I've believed in myself these past 4 years at Notre Dame. And now I just get to move on to the next step, but I'm so excited.
We're happy to have you here tonight. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ollie. Congrats, Hassan. How about UCLA? Yeah, plenty of reasons to dance tonight. 6 draftees, a new record.
We're almost back. Supposed to be at past the tip off. You okay, OG?
I'd like to see you guys hike a mountain at my age.
We're almost there.
Howdy, fellas.
Hey, Ted.
We got the game.
You got the game. Now, where's the rest of the team?
I get them. Stark, you still on that hike? Alvarado's here. I brought that. Homemade.
You got some snacks.
I found these berries.
Oh, very poisonous. Yeah. When the connection matters, it has to be.
Oh, this ain't in my phone.
Kellogg's cereal. Grain, sugar, salt, malt. That's it. Plus vitamins and minerals. Oh, and ice cold milk.
You know, life would be easier if I could do everything from the logo.
Allow me to assist.
It worked. Tomato. Sheboygan.
Good match.
P-E-Z-O-L.
State Farm with the assist.
Oh, that is a delicious looking orange slice.
You know, that's actually my son's. Go ahead.
Just kidding. That was a really good. The larger one is the dad.
Nothing outshines a blue moon.
That's why we're the bank that's your ally.
I can. It's supposed to, isn't it?
Chapter in the history of women's sports, the debut of the WNBA. It's a marquee matchup between Leslie and Lobo as the two cornerstone franchises. With the tip by Lisa Leslie. Oh, that's right. Showing a little bit of what we can do. We got a great crowd out here, and so we're gonna get better.
Yeah. Trey, I know you were loving the walk in there from Rebecca.
That was the cutest thing I've ever seen. Can we please bring the hat back?
The Kangol, there were no stylists back in 1997. A Kangol, you've never heard of a
I think for the 35th anniversary of the draft, you bring the hat.
Yeah, Kangol.
Look at that. Yeah.
Yeah, Kangol hat.
I love it. Just terrific. And the post-game interview as well. So that was the opening game 30 years ago, and now one of those franchises, the LA Sparks, on the clock right now, about to pick for the first time tonight. This is an LA team that it feels like they've had a very productive offseason thus far.
100%. When you talk about bringing in Nneka Ogwumike, I mean, one of the greatest leaders that this league has ever seen. I mean,
saw her here earlier tonight.
The staple in getting this CBA and getting this going for the league and for her team, to me, she's a champion, she's a winner, and she brings so much poise to this LA Sparks roster.
I think that's one of the things that LA did really well in their free agency, both with Nneka and also with Ariel Atkins, is they brought a real calming presence to the locker room alongside Kelsey Plum, who was already there. And now they can also use some of their youth and build on that particular Cameron Brink, their draft pick from a couple of years ago, and then this pick as well.
All right, the commissioner is ready. Back to the podium. The 20th overall pick is in. Who will the LA Sparks take with their first pick tonight?
With the 20th pick in the 2026 WNBA draft, the Los Angeles Sparks select Tanaya Latson.
I called it.
University of South Carolina.
Let's go. I said, well, tonight I got picked. I gotta go. But I don't know, because the way they traded in the middle of the drive.
Well, Tanaya Latson getting huge hugs from her family after an outstanding season at South Carolina. An All-American this year, and just showed so much of her game this season under Dawn Staley and that Gamecock staff. We saw her playmaking.
No, that's right,
defense, in
Tanaya.
addition to the scoring, and now goes to the
Gallo?
LA Sparks, where she's going to have
Met
let's
Gallo?
talk about the balance on the roster. Young talent, but also a lot of terrific vets to learn from out in LA.
LA certainly wanted to look for
But
a
ain't she used to
perimeter
play for
player in
USC?
this spot. And Tanaya Latson, you said it, Ryan. Her junior year at Florida State led the nation in scoring.
played for
Showed
California,
that
innit?
she could do that.
I
And
thought she
then her
played for
senior
USC
year
California.
showed that she could blend in seamlessly with a roster
Hey,
loaded
Siri.
with talent. Improve defensively.
What team
improve
did Tanaya
in terms of her
Latson play for
playmaking
before she played
others.
for South
Remains
Carolina
elite
Gamecocks?
when she gets out in transition out on the fast break and scoring.
She's a naturally gifted scorer. We saw that for 3 seasons.
Florida.
And wanted to become
Florida
a
State.
more complete player. When I talked to Zanaya Latson earlier this year, she said she wanted to learn lessons that she would probably learn in the W in this season at South Carolina. Rebecca, you said it in terms of fitting with the team, and she has an excellent team in LA.
And Holly is with Tanaya.
Well, Tanaya, sometimes it's hard to wait and hear your name called, but it's not where you go, it's the place that you go. How can you get in? They need guards in LA. How can you get in and make your name really quickly?
I mean, just bring what I bring to the table.
They been on one,
It's
bruh.
getting downhill, being a great teammate, and just being ready to work, being a professional.
Buckets, that's what you get, right? Also, you told me earlier that you have been so great at adapting, whether it was at South Carolina, you're a proud military child, and you've grown up having to adapt to everywhere you've gone. How do you adapt quickly to the league and make your name known?
Yeah, I mean, just listen to my vets, the people that came before me, and just give my best, give my all.
Saw you do that for South Carolina this year. Congratulations, and I can't wait to watch you play in the W.
Thank you so much.
There you go, Tanaya, girl.
Thank you, Tanaya. Congratulations. Thank you, Holly. Meanwhile, the Chicago Sky up next with the 21st pick. It is in. And with the 21st pick in the 2026 WNBA draft, the Chicago Sky select Latasha Lattimore from Ole Miss. So that is the 21st overall pick, second Ole Miss player we've seen go tonight.
Yeah, she's a really intriguing pick to me. I had a number of front office people tell me they think she is going to be a better pro than she was a college player. Ryan, when you and I watched her during the SEC tournament, sixth form at her frame, ability to slash and make threes, reminded us very much of DeWanna Bonner. This young woman could have a really nice upside in the league.
And she has so much length. You mentioned the SEC tournament. She had 28 points against Vanderbilt in that SEC tournament, but she also has potential to be an excellent defender. Top 10 in blocks and blocks per game. Her length is impactful on both ends of the floor. And you know someone coming from Ole Miss knows the importance of defense.
I hear the best available players, plenty of talent still to come when it comes to who will be selected in this draft, as we are now midway through the second round, and we have the 22nd pick in. With the 22nd pick in the 2026 WNBA draft, the Toronto Tempo select Tiani Key from the University of Kentucky. So Tiani Key will head to Toronto. You talk about a player who obviously has just pro skills. She's someone who just stands out so brightly when you watch her play.
Yes, certainly. Tiani Key at 6'5" is another player who you think her best days are ahead of her. She's a terrific athlete. Very good on the glass, especially on the offensive glass. 11.5 points, 7.5 rebounds a game. 3 of them were on the offensive end of the floor. Rangy athlete, attacks the basket, and can be mobile on both ends of the floor as well.
All right, well, Tiani Key, the 22nd overall pick, headed to Toronto. AZ Fudd, the first selection tonight. You saw the reaction from her teammates later on tonight. We will chat with AZ on set.
Not all kids become goats, because goats aren't just born, they're raised. You teach them to stay hungry, get loud, build others up, even if it means knocking them down. Stay confident and stay humble, sometimes. Because that all-time part, the greatest of all time, it includes the future.
All right, team, listen up. Drivers are getting blindsided by out-of-warranty breakdowns. When they call Car Shield, they're not just looking for protection on up to 5,000 parts and systems. They're looking to save money for their families. That's why Car Shield offers 24/7 roadside assistance with every plan. That's why plans are month to month. That's why. Nice form, but we're supposed to knock out repairs, not each other.
Call 800-420-7269.
Fresh finds perfectly picked for you. Now and new at Target.
Popeye's new $5 fave menu. You can get this, or this, or this, or this. No one's stopping you from getting them all. Now there's an idea.
You are here to help us through our current scandal.
The next time, oh my God, just hide a feeling for once, please.
I just know my job.
Double wears products to bring reach their team. Get tickets now. They were the blueprint for football greatness. Now it's time for the next generation to show the world what they're made of.
With the first pick in the NFL draft.
The NFL draft, April 23rd through 25th.
Well, let's take a look at who's in the house, brought to you by State Farm. You know who's in the house? Yeah, plenty of stars. Blage, Olivia Miles, all rocking the orange carpet. Ala Fox, the 3rd overall pick. Yeah, easy fun. Hey, Super and Company. Yeah, look, in the house. Aubrey Sandra. Yeah, Paige Becker's in the house. That's right. And Jake from State Farm is in the house as well tonight here at the shed at Hudson Yards. More picks are in. Golden State selecting Ashlyn Jackson from Duke. LA gets Chance Gray from Ohio State. Indiana takes Justine Passat from Vanderbilt. And the Toronto Tempo selecting Saffron Shields from Australia. As we welcome you back to our set, Ryan Fugo, Rebecca Lobo, and Andrea Carter. All right, the Phoenix Mercury on the clock with the. What are you laughing?
I'm trying to catch up with all of these.
You're trying to catch up.
You're doing great, Ryan.
The 27th pick, the first of the night for the Phoenix Mercury. This is a team that their front office has been really creative in how they've been able to build a team that went to the finals a season ago. Again, this year, they don't have early picks, right? So they have to be creative once again.
I think that was the thing that was most interesting to me with Phoenix a year ago. Last year, they had 0 picks in that draft, and they still ended up with 5 rookies on their roster. Granted, a handful of them were 27, 28 years old because they were able to mine some of the talented players that had gone overseas to hone their skills. And so here's their roster. They can, I guess, as long as no one gets in foul trouble, they can play right now. But they have certainly done a great job in a different, unorthodox way of building a successful roster.
Yeah, I think it's important to know, too, this is the last year of the Kalia Copper
That
trade.
dog
They
get
had a couple
traded
of
in
other
the middle
trades
of
where
the
they
draft.
lost their
I'm
picks. This is
still
actually like up because you mentioned they had no picks last year. But their ability to scout talent. I mean, Monica Kuamakani was their starting point
I mean,
guard.
and at the
Her
end of the
time
first
in
round.
the country was for training camp. So I trust Phoenix's ability to find exactly who they're looking for and who will fit.
All right, well, it is time for the selection. With the 27th pick in the 2026 WNBA draft, the Phoenix Mercury select Ines Pitage-Grenelle from France. Talked about it internationally, how this organization has done a really nice job mining different international areas to fill out their roster. We're also seeing that become more of a theme in this league.
Today, they signed 2 French forwards as well. So now we have a trio that Holly can speak to when we go to Phoenix Mercury games.
That's right. And I think that there is just a general trust, right, with their ability to scout there because of what you both were talking about. All right. We have another selection in with the 28th pick in the 2026 WNBA draft. The Atlanta Dream select India Navar from the University of North Carolina. We saw her really play well in that matchup against UConn, where the Tar Heels gave the Huskies a scare in the Sweet 16. Rebecca, we were joking about it, sitting there courtside watching. She was playing like she was 6'3". She's not. but it feels like she has that kind of size.
It's so funny because Janae Gumake and I were at that exact same game. We're sitting up in the stands and we looked up her side and we're like, wait, she's not 6'2", she's not 6'3". She plays
the exact same
She
thing.
plays so much bigger than her size. She's a 5'10" guard but has a big presence. The UConn game, 28 points, 8 rebounds, 4 steals. She knocked down a 3. She's got great length.
Y'all can't watch it. Y'all can just listen. They got the draft board up there.
From the field. She's also grown more confident as a three-point shooter. So that's an area where she can continue to develop now that she's in the league.
All right, well, AZ Fudd, the number 1 selection tonight. She will join the show next. Coming to the desk after being the number 1 overall selection.
Lesson number 3. They won't feel your fit out there until you feel it in here. Hey, on you, baby.
Like a snack. What? Eat it, cheese it. No one goes to Hank's for his spreadsheets. He doesn't sell them. He does sell a darn good slice. When business slowed, Hank decided to bring back the $1 slice.
Are you gonna get us later?
In Excel to help make it work.
Sure.
Suddenly, Hank says, you gotta try this place kind of thing.
All right.
Hank makes the pizza.
Hey, how you doing?
Co-pilot handles the spreadsheets.
Enjoy.
What makes Special K so special? All those vitamins and minerals? Every almonds. Or it all joining in sweet matrimony and vanilla flavored milk. Special K. And now, try Special K granola with protein.
Another day. Same pain, same meds, same struggling for symptom relief. Injections like Humira and Enbrel work similarly to treat moderate to severe rheumatoid arthritis or psoriatic arthritis. But if your symptoms haven't improved enough, Rinvoq works differently. It's a once-daily pill that can rapidly relieve RA and PSA, joint pain, stiffness, and swelling, as fast as 2 weeks for some. Even after 3 years, many people felt this relief. In PSA, Rinvoq can leave skin noticeably clearer.
Rinvoq can lower ability to fight infections. Before treatment, test for TB and do blood work. Serious infections, blood clots, some fatal, cancers including lymphoma and skin, serious allergic reactions, GI tears, death, heart attack, and stroke occur. See the event risk increases in age 50 plus with a heart disease risk factor. Tell your doctor if you've had these events, infection, FB or C, smoke, or pregnant or planning. Don't take if allergic or have an infection.
Take my grapefruit downstairs. Damn it.
Ask your doctor if switching to Rinvoq is right for you.
Well, the defending champion, the Las Vegas Aces, on the clock for the first time tonight. What a season.
What the Aces gonna get? I wouldn't even. I mean, I would want to go to the Aces. I know we're probably gonna win. But I know I ain't gonna get no playing time if I go to the Aces.
Into the playoffs, got pushed by Seattle.
Who they about to pick?
Got pushed by Indiana, but escaped, and then were able to sweep the Phoenix Mercury. Asia Wilson, a 4-time MVP, just continues to add trophies to that already stacked case. And here at the shed at Hudson Yards, she will soon find out who the next player to join her team will be. Vegas has done a nice job retaining all that top talent. It speaks to what they built there. In the Aces, that these players, they want to stay, whether it's a Jewel Lloyd, a Chelsea Gray, a Jackie Young, or of course in Asia.
Their top 6. Their top 6 scores returned from a year ago. They were able to add Brianna Turner in free agency as well. Melissa Smith in perhaps the best shape of her life coming into this season. So this is a team poised and ready and hopeful to repeat.
Yeah, this is an opportunity for a rookie to have a team that knows what it takes to win a championship. I mean, when we talk about dynasties, the most recent one is the Las Vegas Aces and their ability to win season after season. Even when things don't look like they're going well early in the season, they're able to figure it out.
And when you look at their loaded roster, the one thing they need
is a
rookie salary.
Did they already pick?
Well, they're going to get that. With the 29th pick of the 2026 WNBA draft, the Las Vegas Aces select Janiyah Barker.
Yeah, nah, y'all picking too slow, bruh. Y'all doing too much talking, too much yapping. The pick came in, and y'all still yapping. Stop all the yapping. I say she already got picked. Why y'all not saying she got picked?
Has solid handles, attacks the rim well. One GM described her to me as having insane physical skills.
Yeah, 47% from the field, 37% from beyond the arc this season. Had to create most of her shots. She won't have to do that alongside Chelsea Gray and the Las Vegas Aces, but 6'4" forward with guard skills, bringing all of that talent to Vegas.
All right, well, coming up next, we have a special ESPN hockey matchup, a huge game for the Los Angeles Kings, who are trying to get closer to locking up the final wild card spot in the West. They will be in Seattle squaring off against the Kraken. We have the final selection of the second round here in the 2026 WNBA draft. And with the 30th pick in the 2026 WNBA draft, the Washington Mystics select Dariana Little-Page Buggs from Baylor University. So that is the final pick of the second round tonight.
Yeah, Little-Page Buggs at 6'1", does her work in the paint as an undersized post, can be relentless on the glass, including 3 offensive rebounds per game. But look at that, 5 draft picks for this young Washington Mystics team.
And that's after they had 3 first-rounders last year. There is the second round tote board. The third round is coming up next on ESPN.
The WNBA Draft 2026 is presented by State Street Investment Management, SPAWN, official ETF partner of the WNBA.
Kellogg cereal, grain, sugar, salt, malt. That's it. Plus vitamins and minerals. Oh, and ice cold milk.
Introducing Gatorade lower sugar.
Who else got
No
picked?
artificial colors, no artificial flavors, no artificial sweeteners.
Little-Page Buggs.
75% less sugar. Gatorade lower sugar.
Little-Page Buggs.
Better than water.
Texas feeling unlike. Now Taxes is an open door, literally. The new TurboTax stores. Meet our experts in person.
Last round.
They're ready to do your taxes for you, so you can walk out with confidence. Now this is taxes. Enter the TurboTax. Don't wait. File by 4/15.
Good is good enough for some, but not for you. As you know, there's nothing like traveling the world with the largest curated global hotel program.
Yeah.
And having a place to land with the largest global airport lounge network. Nothing like having dining benefits at over 10,000 Resi restaurants and having access to unique experiences worldwide. For a life like no other, you need a card like no other. There's nothing like Platinum.
SoFi NBA playing tournament is only on time. From the opening tip to the final buzzer. Watch all 6 games exclusively on Prime. It's win to get in. 6 teams take their final shot to make the NBA playoffs. NBA playing tournament April 14th, 15th, and 17th. Only on Prime.
Oh, it's time for the third round of the WNBA Draft 2026 here at the Shed at Hudson Yards. And we'll get right to it with the 31st pick in the 2026 WNBA Draft. The Dallas Wings select Z Spearman from the University of Tennessee. And with the 32nd pick in the 2026 WNBA Draft, the Chicago Sky select Tony Morgan from the University of Connecticut. For the 33rd pick in the WNBA Draft, we're going to send things back to the podium where the commissioner has the selection.
With the 33rd pick in the 2026 WNBA Draft, the Connecticut Sun select Sarah Williams from the University of Connecticut.
Well, you hear the raucous ovation for Sarah Williams, who transferred to Connecticut this season, did a really nice job as the starting 5, and here in the crowd with her teammates, and now selected.
Sarah Williams at 6'4" showed she can hold her own inside and switch defensively out on the perimeter. Much lower usage at UConn than she had previously at Wisconsin, where in her junior year averaged 19 points and 10 rebounds a game. Certainly the Connecticut Sun in their last season in the state, pending WNBA Board of Governors approval, will be thrilled to see Sarah Williams potentially on the roster.
Through her career, consistent 60+% field goal percentage at the rim, career high 67% at UConn. You mentioned her time at Wisconsin. Took more catch and shoot jumpers in her time there. Certainly some potential to grow in that area in the W.
You see those 4 selections for Connecticut tonight. Meanwhile, there have been a whole lot of selections from the Washington Mystics tonight, and there's another now with the 34th pick in the 2026 WNBA draft. The Washington Mystics select Rory Harmon.
Oh, shit!
Texas.
Rory Harmon is a winner and one of the most
Yeah.
experienced players
Yeah,
and
Roy.
winners at Texas. She sets the tone defensively with her on-ball pressure and helped rebuild Texas basketball from the ground
That was
up.
unexpected.
Player in Texas women's basketball program history with 1,200 points and 700 assists and the all-defensive team. Offensively and defensively, she can be a leader.
Only 5
Oh,
steps,
shut
but that's
nah.
Rory Harmon, incredibly disruptive defender, got her bounce here, and you could see her able to hit her mid-range, low volume, but did prove that she can shoot threes at a 45% clip this year.
An iconic player for that Texas program. And so happy for Rory Harmon as she goes to the Washington Mystics. With the 35th pick in the 2026 WNBA draft, the Los Angeles Sparks select Amelia Hassett from the University of Kentucky. We know this is a big-time shooting threat. We saw the way she was able to succeed in Kenny Brooks' offense at Kentucky and now headed to the LA Sparks.
Yeah, certainly can bring some shooting at her size at 6'4". And one of the things Kentucky used her to do is run the floor, run to the corner, space the floor. We saw her in multiple games just get on fire, hit 5 or 6 threes in a game. This is a young woman who helps space the floor and, again, brings great shooting at her size.
She's also a blue-collar player, plays with toughness and physicality. You mentioned 5 or 6 threes a game. She averaged just under 3 made threes a game.
All right, we'll step aside, come back with more selections in this third round on a wonderful night in New York City.
It was never supposed to be found.
Want to know all the things about what?
Not how your little piggy stays. What is that?
All right, here we go, right? Finally, big game. Stay calm, stay composed, and just remember, no matter what, there's never been another duck like you. Time to lock in.
Push the pace, thread the needle.
We have to stick together. Show me your game face. Will it be easy? Is it going to be worth it?
Don't forget, your brother, Trey, a majestic, beautiful soccer gazelle. Go!
What's victory sound like? Together on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Go ahead. Crank the volume. We got you. USPS has increased daily package processing capacity by 46% in the past 5 years. And with USPS Ground Advantage, your packages stay in our secure network, door to door, nationwide. For full visibility, near real-time tracking, affordable pricing, for peace of mind. USPS Ground Advantage.
Disney's Descendants and Zombies Worlds Collide concert tour was a mega hit. And now it's back and bigger than ever. With Camp Rock crashing the party. Celebrate the hit songs from the movies performed live on stage. Dave Stowe, Malachi Barton, Diamante Segura, Dara Renee, Makana Knife, Hudson Stone, Sway Batia, Kiara Romero, and Alexandra Berger. Disney's Descendants Zombies Camp Rock Worlds Collide concert tour. Tickets today.
All right, the third round continues here from New York City. A few more selections have been made with the 36th pick in the 2026 WNBA draft. The Toronto Tempo select Charlize Dunn from Davidson. With the 37th pick, the Portland Fire select Taylor Bigby from TCU. And with the 38th pick, the Golden State Valkyries select Kokoro Tanaka from Japan. We know the international theme has been a big one tonight. You know what else has been a theme tonight? The first overall selection, AZ Fudd, who joins us now. AZ, congratulations. The first pick of this year's draft. I know, I'm sure there's some anticipation, some knowledge that it could happen, but what does it actually feel like when you sit there and hear your name called first overall?
There's no words to really describe that feeling. Surreal. I had goosebumps the whole time, but seriously, I'm so grateful. It just was a super special moment, and to share it with my family, with my friends, with my teammates. I mean, this really is a dream come true.
You're a player who watches the WNBA. What are some of your initial thoughts about rejoining Paige, but also Enrique Gumbawale and some of the other talent they have in Dallas?
Initial reaction, pure excitement. I can't wait. Obviously Paige, Enrique, getting to watch them, and then seeing their new pieces. I'm so excited. I can't wait to get there. I can't wait to learn how to play with them, learn how they play, their style of play, and how I can contribute.
You know, AZ, you mentioned style of play, and we spend so much time talking about you and your game, but in your opinion, what are the strengths that you are bringing to this Dallas team?
Yeah, I'm a great shooter, but I think something special is I know how to space the floor. I know how to read the game. I know how to do what my team needs, whether, it's spacing, whether that's cutting, whether it's off-ball movement, whatever it is. I'm going to do that, and yeah, just contribute any way I can.
You talked about it earlier too, AZ, but what is it like going through this experience with the other members of your draft class and just spending this condensed time together, going through the car wash of events that you guys do, but the amount of time you spend together getting to know each other at this incredible moment in your lives?
It was amazing to share this weekend, this experience with them. We spent so much time competing against each other from high school to now, competing against each other. So to get this weekend to get to know each other, to share this, we're all going through this at the same time. It's been super special. I was so happy to see every single one of them get drafted tonight, see their names up on the board. So I'm so proud of them. They've been through a lot, and they deserve this as well.
I heard you joking before, Dre, with AZ pregame about the nails because...
wait, did you change nails? They didn't look like this earlier. No, those are fire.
Yeah, I had to switch. I did my outfit fix the
You
nails.
switched nails mid. Wow, that's a new one mid-draft. But Gino told you needed to cut him down last time in order for the shots to start falling, which seemed to work against Syracuse in the second round.
All right, this is only for drafts. You don't play with these nails.
No. That would be really difficult to knock down shots with. I don't know. Some players do it, but
they do it.
AZ, your journey through UConn. There were ups, there were downs. When you think about
Is the draft over?
Going into the University of Connecticut, and the player you are today, and the person you are today, what are some of the biggest differences in terms of how you've grown?
I think the biggest difference is my confidence. When I step on the floor, just believing in myself, what I'm capable of. I know I belong. And I know what I can contribute. I know what I bring. And yeah, that's in my confidence.
Well, we can't wait to see you bring that to Dallas. Congratulations, AZ, on an amazing night and being the number
Bro,
one
they stretching this shit out for no reason, bro. Get on with these picks.
The number one overall pick tonight. As she heads to the Dallas Wings. Meanwhile, another selection is in with the 39th pick in the 2026 WNBA draft. The Seattle Storm select Grace Van Sluten from Michigan State.
Grace Van Sluten is a 6'3" forward, averaged 15 points per game the last 3 seasons. So the mark of consistency this most recent season, 15 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists, and 3 steals. She does most of her work in the paint, but she can face up and put the ball on the floor for 1 or 2 dribbles. Not a 3-point threat, but can also face up. She likes the reverse pivot into a mid-range jump shot and plenty of room to grow in her game.
You see the selections for Seattle tonight. They have traded Suarez in a deal with Golden State and acquired Flau'jae Johnson. So you add Flau'jae Johnson to that core. We'll keep the third-round picks going right now. And with the 40th pick in the 2026 WNBA draft, the Indiana Fever select Jessica Timmons from the University of Alabama. And here are the 3 selections tonight for the Indiana Fever. We know this team, they are ready to compete right now with who they have on their roster, they've drafted in recent years, and then also the free agency selections. How about their picks tonight?
I love what they did in free agency, and credit to Amber Cox, and I also love what they've done here in the WNBA draft. Justine Bassett, of course, 6'4", a player who can come down and make threes in transition. Just a problem because of her length and versatility offensively. But I love Raven Johnson for them. Why? If she comes off the bench for Caitlin Clark, she brings a totally different type of player, a different defender. You think about her potentially alongside Caitlin Clark, that can work as well. Just a lot of exciting possibilities for Indiana.
All right. How about New York? The Liberty have not selected yet tonight. We get to talk about them right now. We mentioned the addition of Satu Sabali earlier. This is a Liberty team that's just 1 year removed from a championship, and there's a whole lot of talent right there in those 5 players, Graham.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. And the addition of Satu Sabali, something I thought that the Liberty were missing at times last season was speed and power and athleticism. Satu Sabali certainly brings those things. I mean, this right here, this is a mean roster.
Oh, it also brings a ton of length when you look at that potential starting 5. And their GM, Jonathan Cole, said this could be one of the most versatile lineup combinations in WNBA history because of the versatility of the Unicorn and Satu Sabali. And remember, this is a New York Liberty team that started the season a year ago 9-0, and they dealt with injury after injury after injury. So they had a great championship core returning this year if they stay healthy, plus the addition of Sabali. Watch out.
All right, their pick is in with the 41st pick in the 2026 WNBA draft. The New York Liberty select Manuela Hotch from Australia. So another international pick here tonight. That has been a huge theme. We've seen the league trending this way, and the Liberty take the 6'1" forward from Australia. We'll step aside again here on the WNBA draft. Come back with more selections as we near the finish line of tonight's draft.
Lesson number 23. You know you built different.
All right, y'all.
And never shoot it.
Ooh, these are fire. No, it's at the whole.
I thought it was gonna be up for 2 hours. It's been 2 hours.
I made the chest. What? Made it, shaved it.
We have everything you need to unlock your best workout for 1 cent.
I'm about to get on out of
so
here.
You can get everything you've got. Get stronger with free fitness training at Planet Fitness. Join for 1 cent down, $15 a month.
I'll holla at y'all, boy.
Deal extended to April 16th.
I said, where is the damn shit coming from? I'll holla at y'all, boy. The next time I holla at y'all, boy. That boy be breezy. Be easy. Hey. Hey. Feel like I deserve the right to say I'ma shine bright on any fucking day. Got these niggas mad the way I bulldoze them out the way. Got them looking like damn how bad. Find another play. Tell them shit too wheezy, nah, I ain't gonna play. Gotta feed my family, tryna pave another way. BAG bosses always grinding, gotta get paid. COP posted at the port, tryna catch these waves. Got no time for these niggas or these bitches all in my face. If you ain't about your bag, I ain't really tryna compensate. If you can't see the vision, then I can't compensate. Turning my pockets, leave me no option. Cutting them off and moving on, ain't no stopping. Ain't no stopping, we got them watching. Like the time, got them clocked in. Sitting back, analyzing, trying to figure the move. Trying to figure the sauce and how we move. And how we do what we do. I stay on the prize so we can never lose. Yeah, I'm just in this bitch, vibing, trying to catch my groove. Yeah, I'm in this bitch, grinding steady, trying to bust a move. Got my squad with me, and you know they in this bitch, turn two. Yeah, we in this bitch. Yeah, we in this bitch. TBE, all hands on deck. Yeah, we in this bitch. Yeah, we in this bitch. TBE, stand on business, we can't settle for last. Yeah, we in this bitch, turned up, getting lit down where we sit. Keep them things up on our hip. Yeah, we in this bitch. Yeah, we in this bitch. TBE turned up. Yeah, we in this bitch. They didn't want to let us in, so we had to kick the door down.
Tell me what you know about TLP. Whole lot of BAG shit going on. Bosses always grinding, focus on the motherfucking paper. We don't know nothing about no sleep. Only thing we know is go. Got a motherfucking heat. Tell me what you know about TVE. Yeah, I'm BAG. Got the 808s beating at your dome. Hey.